America loves to talk about the American dream. Work hard, get ahead, right? But for millions, higher education is the key that unlocks that dream, and that key is getting harder to reach. The cost of college is skyrocketing, student debt is crushing, and for low-income students, first-generation students, students of color, the hurdles are even higher. That's where the Department of Education comes in, or at least it's supposed to. It's meant to level the playing field, to make sure everyone has a shot at a good education. Programs like Pell Grants, TRIO and Gear Up have been lifelines for countless students, helping them overcome financial barriers and navigate the often confusing world of college. But now these programs and the very idea of the Department of Education itself are under attack. The Trump administration, in its infinite wisdom, has decided that the best way to fix education is to, well, get rid of it, or at least the parts that help the people who need it most. It's a move that has experts baffled, students terrified, and anyone who cares about the future of America deeply concerned. Let's be clear, this isn't about shrinking government or saving taxpayer dollars. This is about ideology. Trump and his allies have made no secret of their disdain for public education. They see it as a breeding ground for liberal indoctrination, a waste of resources and a threat to their vision of America. Their plan is simple: defund, dismantle and devolve. Cut funding for the Department of Education, strip it of its power and hand whatever's left over to the states. This would be a disaster for education in America, especially for the most vulnerable students. States already struggling to fund their own education systems would be left to pick up the pieces. Programs like Pell Grants, which provide crucial financial aid to low-income students, would be on the chopping block. TRIO and Gear Up, which offer vital support services to first-generation and disadvantaged students, would likely disappear. The Trump administration claims that states are better equipped to handle education, but this ignores the reality that states have vastly different resources and priorities. It's a recipe for even greater inequality in an already deeply unequal system. Pell Grants, TRIO and Gear Up are more than just government programs. They represent a promise, the promise of opportunity, the promise of a better future. For millions of students, they are the difference between going to college and not going at all. Pell Grants provide need-based financial aid to low-income students, helping them afford tuition, books and living expenses. TRIO programs offer a range of support services, from academic tutoring to college counseling to financial literacy training. Gear Up, which stands for Gaining Early Awareness and Readiness for Undergraduate Programs, helps prepare middle and high school students from low-income backgrounds for college. These programs have been incredibly successful. Pell Grants have helped millions of students earn college degrees, lifting them and their families out of poverty. TRIO and Gear Up have significantly increased college enrollment and graduation rates for disadvantaged students. But the Trump administration's attacks on the Department of Education put these programs at risk. Funding cuts and policy changes could make it harder for students to access these vital resources. And if the Department of Education is dismantled altogether, these programs could disappear entirely. Section 4, Echoes of Exclusion, a global backslide on education access. What happens in America doesn't stay in America. The Trump administration's assault on education is already having ripple effects around the world. Right-wing populist movements, emboldened by Trump's success, are pushing similar policies in their own countries. From Brazil to Hungary to the Philippines, we're seeing attacks on academic freedom, cuts to education funding, and a narrowing of the curriculum to exclude critical thinking and diverse perspectives. These movements often target the same groups that Trump has in his sights: minorities, immigrants, and the poor. The global implications of this trend are deeply worrying. Education is not just a domestic issue, it's a global one. It's essential for economic growth, social progress, and democratic citizenship. When access to education is restricted, It undermines these goals and creates a more unequal and unstable world.